Here today we have Conservation Lad.
Are you crazy? That's 15 cents worth of electricity right there.
And Mr. Zap. They're here to talk to us about energy usage. Hey Conservation Lad, I was wondering what energy conservation meant.
Energy conservation is using energy wisely. For example, instead of driving your car, riding a bike.
So Mr. Zap, what's energy conservation?
Well, that's a stupid question. It's conservation of energy. Now leave me alone, I'm trying to play World of Warcraft.
Energy conservation would mean using less energy, typically through behavior changes. So an example of energy conservation would be shutting off your lights and using the sunlight coming through the window to read a book, or shutting off your air conditioner and opening up the windows.
Conservation Lad, why should we lower our energy consumption?
That's a great question. You see, the less energy we use, the more money we save.
Mr. Zap, why should we reduce our energy consumption?
I'm pretty sure eating energy is a bad idea. I mean, the Surgeon General and the FDA haven't said anything about it yet, but I mean, think about it. Try and eat fire, see what happens.
Our energy use nationally affects a number of things. It impacts the environment. It impacts our security. It also affects the economy because of the great expense of either getting electricity or gas or petroleum to the individual homeowner and to the individual business. And also, lastly, it just very nicely impacts our comfort.
Hey man, so how do you help others conserve energy?
Well, you can always teach them about the importance of recycling. Tell them about compost and things. There are many groups in Pittsburgh to help out with stuff like that, since the Black and Gold City Goes Green, and conservation consultants.
I pushed him off his bike because he's wasting his energy. Why ride a bike when you can take a car or a bus?
Well, this is a demonstration of a traditional old shower head that you might find in an older home that uses about 5 to 7 gallons per minute versus one of the more modern shower heads that are available that use only about 2.5 gallons per minute. You can actually buy these now that go down to about 1.75 gallons per minute. Let me just show you the difference here. I've turned off the valves and we're going to cut it off. 2015. In about 15 seconds, you can see the difference in the amount of water that the 2.5 gallon per minute versus the 5 to 7 gallon per minute has produced. Remember, we pay for water 3 times. We paid for it to supply the water. In the case of a shower, we had to pay for at least a portion of it to heat it, and we have to pay for it to go down the sewer. So anytime we can save water, it's a triple benefit.
We switched our traffic signals to LEDs, which are light emitting diodes, which are far more energy efficient than a traditional incandescent bulb. So we saved about $20,000 per month through that change in our electricity costs.
Whoa, Conservation Lad. So what are some common misconceptions about energy conservation?
Energy conservation is actually really simple. Reduce, reuse, recycle.
Probably the only major obstacle is just the upfront cost of some of these initiatives. So for instance, if we wanted to make energy improvements to this building, we might look at things like our heating and cooling systems. And we know that if we could make improvements to make them more efficient, we would save that money over the long run. But sometimes coming up with the upfront capital to fund those projects can be a huge obstacle. And so right now we're looking at how do we help citizens and businesses get over those obstacles.
The fight for energy consumption may not be glamorous, but it is necessary, and only you can make a difference.